Welcome to the iron table, where iron sharpens iron. So should men sharpen men. I am your host, Brian, and I'm joined by my brothers, Keith, Danny, and Steve. We pull up the chair, we keep it real at the table. We speak with grace and weight. We are your waiters, bringing you truth with a side of humor.
All right, welcome to the Iron Table. Iron sharpens iron, so should men sharpen men.
But why you cut the song?
We sound good, don't we?
I mean, I know it sounds good. It's supposed to sound good.
No, we sound good.
Yeah, we sound good.
Yeah,
so,
we do. Check my song. I'm talking to my agent.
It's the first time they really heard it, everyone. So this is our first time going live. So we don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to make it truthful. We're going to make it funny. We're probably going to say something that might get us canceled, but it's all right. We've got 6 seasons underneath our belt. So if you watching this, like, subscribe, share this, share to your friends, share to your family, share to someone you don't even like. We take it all. So as you heard, I'm Bryant, the host. Got my brothers Keith, Danny, and Steve. Before we get into it, I wanted to start off with something light. And then keeping up with the song that we just played, if you had a personal theme song that plays when you enter the room, what would it be?
Soul Glow.
That's not even a theme song. Oh, wait a minute. Well, it's a commercial. So what part? What you say? I can't even hit it today.
All
it's
of
too
that.
late. It's too late.
Baby.
No, we was just talking about Detroit Jit music. So that's all in my head, right?
Don't say those words, man. Don't say those words.
Oh,
But you really
we
want
got
to
the
play
word.
when you walk into a room.
I want to
Hey,
say
clothes
something
off,
so
throw it on the floor.
bad.
Take your clothes off, throw it on the floor. Just over and over again. For me, it's a song that we actually used to play in the opening, which kind of got us canceled in certain countries for royalties. But it's "The Dude" by Quincy Jones. Yeah, that is a smooth jam. So shout out to the late great Quincy Jones and the song "The Dude." All right, Bishop Keith. Now you know a lot of songs. There's gotta be one.
I said, why you always try to pick one song for one thing?
Right.
I gotta discography.
Okay, so if you walked into a church, then
That's it.
if you
It's
walked into a
different.
grocery store, if you walked into the jail,
I'm gonna go to church. If I'm walking to a church. Today I would go, like if it was today, it would be something John P. Key. I'm gonna go because I need to some old but new. Trying to think what it would be, or something from P.J. Morton. You know, I'm a big P.J. Morton fan. So
I'd have thought you'd have picked Stevie Wonder. That's what I'd have thought.
yeah, that's what I thought.
But
I know, but I like other people. I know y'all know I like Stevie. I love Stevie, but if you actually go back and listen to a lot of P.J. Morgan, the son, because the father also does music, but the son also had. I mean, his styles is very. I'll put it this way: if I was out there putting out music, I would like to think it would be in that lane because he has, and he does it in a very Stevie-esque manner. Like a lot of his stuff, you can hear it, you can hear the influence, but he does it in his own way. So I love it. So I'm trying to think of the name of the song. It wouldn't come to my mind.
That's because it's not a Stevie Wonder song. Go ahead and just give us a Stevie Wonder song.
I'm just gonna give you a Stevie Wonder song because I listen to more than just Stevie.
But Sir Duke. Songs in no, that's the album. Songs in the Key of Life.
Initially, it was a James Brown. The first song that came to mind, "Shining Star, Earth, Wind and Fire," and a James Brown song.
What, Papa Don't Take No Mess?
It could be that.
It's a Man's World.
Mm.
All of them are on the one. It's on the. I just got the hell on the one.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. Y'all don't know what I'm going to ask, so I'm going to ask it now. What does tired look like from a man's vantage point? And what are some of the warning signs that a man is tired?
When you say tired, tired has different lanes. You mean overall, or are you specifically meaning I'm tired regarding certain things, physical, emotional, financial? Like, I guess I'm looking for.
What do you think? I'm saying a man says, I'm tired.
Okay. That's general, because that can mean a whole host of things.
Well, it sounds like you got a couple of answers to give. All right, so I'm not talking about physical tired. When the man's physically tired, we go to sleep.
Fed up. Huh?
Fed up. He is tired. And then what makes him tired?
Well, no, I'd say if you see a man just sitting in his car, in the driveway of his house, just looking out the window, just staying. That's not saying nothing, not listening. Just
so the car's off.
Car's off. He's just sitting in the car, just staring out into space, staring out the window, not saying nothing, not listening to nothing. In the driveway of his own house, he may be tired. He may be at that point. He may be at that point.
Ain't no question.
That's just one of them.
That's got to say something to. That says something where you are at your own home, your place of rest and peace.
Yes.
And you are steps away from going inside, and you're
that's not your house.
That's not right there. Now you're gonna have to talk about that. Why is it not your house? You can't go inside your house. Why is that not your house?
First of all, how many pillows on the bed?
17 on a twin size mattress.
That's not your house.
Isn't that for decoration? Each pillow has a purpose, right?
Which is?
Well, you got the pillow in the back. That's your sleeping pillow. The pillow in front of that is that's the frilly sham. It's supposed to be a pillow that you can't lay on. That's why it's called a sham.
But where's the other
Then in
15?
front of that is a small little pillow. Then in front of that is the round. What does it look like? An oval or a pill? That's. I mean, how many of I? So that's, and you got to multiply it by 2 because there's someone on the other side. So now you've got at least 10 pillows. Now the other 7,
easy.
I don't know, but
easy.
And God forbid one of those pillows accidentally falls off and hits the floor.
The question is where you put the pillows when it's time to go to bed. But
that's why you can't sleep in the bed. Why he tired? That's why he tired.
The question is why he in the driveway. I'm saying that's not his house.
That's not his house.
If the two of them go their separate ways, where he going?
Yep.
That's not his house.
It may not even be his car.
Okay, at first I thought you were saying
the court take that too.
He was at someone else's house.
Court take that
too. He just standing in the driveway because the driveway is still a part of the county. He can be in the driveway.
Well, my man said, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
There you go.
There
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what? There's also a certain look men give off. I've seen it at the airport countless times where you can see the man with maybe 1 or 2 kids. He has the stroller. He's pushing the stroller. The lady is with 1 kid, and the one other kid, maybe he's trying to modulate it, and their kids are kind of just going crazy. He's not losing his mind. He's not angry. He's just it's a blank stare. It's like this is my life. This is it. He's
coming to a place of acceptance.
He's getting he's tired. He's just this is it. This is it. I've seen it's a certain look a man will give off. It's just there's nothing I can do. This is it. Tired.
It's that place of acceptance when he realizes, this is I signed up for this.
1 or 2, 3 or 4 times.
You have a conversation with God and you say, if you're gonna take me now, I'm okay with it. Just
So all these thoughts are going on while this man is sitting in a car, 100 degrees,
He good.
windows still up, the car is off, and he would choose suffering than going inside.
yeah.
Come on, man.
And
Oh,
you know why though? It all comes down to one word. One word. And Jesus used it when he woke up and they were stressing him out. Peace.
Peace,
peace.
peace, peace.
I knew it.
It's in
I knew
peace.
it. Peace.
Peace,
Mhm.
bruh. Peace.
Yeah.
If there's no peace under that roof, that's not that man's house. He is dreading going inside because of the absence of peace, the presence of conflict, and just the absence of peace. Because you can have peace in the midst of the storm.
It's,
Mhm.
it's,
And certain people, women, know how to emanate that aura of peace to the point where you can't wait to get home. I know men who can't wait to get home. And they are, but when you talk about somebody who just tired, I'm telling you, he tired of arguing.
Yep.
He tired of being told everything he not.
Yep.
He's tired of just
coming home to the
he
chaos.
he can't even sit down. If you sit down for 2 minutes,
You
just
lazy.
do.
You
Oh,
don't
Can
do
you
nothing
get?
in this
you,
season.
you know what? That brings up a good point. Here's another one. When you're in the house, when you're in that chaos, guess what? When you can tell a man is tired, if he go to the bathroom and he's there for about a good hour and a half, 2 hours, and you don't, and he open that door, you don't smell a lick of doo doo, no nothing. He tired. He trying to get away. That's his only piece. Is that porcelain throne? That's his only piece. He's
I need you
tired.
not measure doo-doo by legs.
Yeah, this isn't. I mean, this is our first time going live.
Of
Steve is
course, it's our first time going
pushing.
live.
Steve
Thank
is
you,
Like
Steve.
you
pushing.
wasn't
Thank
on
you.
top of that.
like the
Thank
Tootsie
you.
What are
Roll
you
Pop.
thinking about that? I guess is that your way of, oh yeah, you might be reminding me our
Uh,
style.
FCC. About to
yeah,
be.
but if he in that bathroom for a minute and he just that's his happy place and he just nothing, just not doing nothing, just that's his only time where he can get away and just have some peace. He getting tired. He's tired. He's tired.
And with all that being true, I still feel like for some, not all, because there are some who were never taught how to be the ones to explain or teach what they need when they get home. Most of us,
Mm.
men and women, but since we talk about men today, we weren't. We naturally know how to avoid. We naturally know how to disappear or make ourselves small or get to sit in the car. We don't know how, many of us, and we have to learn how to come home and direct traffic, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that from a space of now being an adult who comes home with kids, wife. I mean, work, everything. And even when I worked at the prison, my kids knew when I first walk in the door, give me 15, 20 minutes. I got a shower
Mm-hmm.
change. I don't even want you to touch the clothes that been inside of the prison. 2, I need to switch to daddy mode because I've been
Yep.
at work,
Yep.
you a different beast. You come home,
Surely are. Yep.
especially with daughters, you got to soften up a little bit, a lot of bit sometimes. So I had to learn how to communicate. It's not me being mean. It's not me pushing you away. Because, sometimes they ain't works like that. And they don't think, I'm like, Jesus coming out the grave. Don't touch me. Let me go take a shower. Let me go. Let me process and let me switch. Let me put on my other hat. Because sometimes
Now,
they,
what if? Hold on. What if when they do that and you's like, hold on, give me a second, and they respond, you don't love me. How do you respond to that?
you say okay, and you keep going.
Deep breath. Like,
All right, I'll be back. Because I do love you. And you can explain that when I come back, Daddy. I do love you. And I'll tell you how much I love you in 20 minutes. When I go upstairs, shower, use the restroom, change, switch hats, I can tell you
Cry.
exactly why I love you. But if you want me
So
to tell you why I love you now, I'm not. Listen, give me that second. Same thing when you sitting there again. There's men who need a minute when they get home. Some guys work factories. They work in jobs where they're physically on their feet all day. Glorious positions where they come home. So if they find themselves sitting down for 5 minutes and getting yelled at, don't know why. Don't know why.
Can you take the trash out?
Oh, I did at work
Well,
all
if you can
day,
do it at work, you can do it here.
and
all right,
I will. As
so
soon as
what
I
about
sit down for 5 minutes
You
and
don't do.
what
explain,
about
You
the
don't never
mindset?
do nothing.
Now,
you
what
right.
about the
Ever.
mindset that
Wait.
says,
I gotta do everything around.
I gotta do everything.
okay, so what about the mindset that says, well, you should have taken that time before you walked in the house?
See,
Like,
Yes,
is
because
the
this is what I do.
time
that's why we don't
between
even come
leaving
in the
work?
house.
Yeah.
That's
And why do you
why.
think the strip club be full? Bars,
It's not the chicken?
why?
I never gone to one.
Gym,
So.
I'm
bar, strip club,
all
anywhere that's not home.
mm-hmm.
So how
Because
can a home be welcoming then? Because you paying mortgage, you paying rent, you paying whatever to come home. And if you're not getting there, if you don't want to be there, what can be done to make it inviting?
Yeah, a man can't pay with his peace. That's the most important thing. So if it's going to be home, it's a place where peace rules and reigns supreme, where he's able to come and just be, to come and just rest, to come and just I don't think that I'm being self-centered here and saying being nurtured and cared for, because men will also do the same. And there's a time for everything and a season for every activity. I know men who, when they come in the door, like they immediately go into, especially if they got a homemaker, it's just like, babe, I got it. You go. And for the men who are able to do that and provide that, there's a time and a season where they're gonna need it in return. So when you're partnered with the right kind of individual, you're going to be able to recognize when they just need a minute. If when you first walk in the door,
I got to talk about it now.
bruh, like he's not going to want to come home
At all. At all.
at all. And it's not that he can't handle. It's just like I
Say that
just
again.
walked
Say that
in the
again. It's
door.
not that he can't handle it. He
Yes.
just needs a moment.
Yeah.
Do
And
we
I
need
think
to
a lot.
say what men go through outside of the home in order to, bring some context? How like, you walk out and instantly you're a threat to somebody else in the world and you haven't done anything. You're at work and you can't be your authentic self if something happens. You can't react the way that you would if you was in an environment that was culturally sensitive.
You didn't
And
have to
you're
be at
getting
work.
pennies. And you slaving at a place and you're getting pennies. Pennies.
Or you're not getting the credit for some of the work that you're doing. Someone else has picked up the credit from that. And you can't react.
Sure can. Oh, you
Because
can. It's
again,
just
you can't be
it's a
your authentic
consequence.
self.
You can. You
And
just
you
not gonna have
gotta
no job no
you
more.
gotta hold it in because you still have to provide. You get all of that.
You do.
And then when you come home, if it's not a place of peace, as we said, some men will take the long route home. Some men will be sitting in that driveway. Now,
You
of
know
course,
what?
we're gonna have some women like, clicking, using a stopwatch. You was in the bathroom for 31 minutes. Either you need some roughage,
Get that
or you
lettuce. Get that
You know,
iceberg.
get that
and
iceberg lettuce.
and that's weird you say this too, because I remember my place of peace was at this small airport in Michigan. I would just go there, and the way the parking lot was, you can park your car and you would be able to see the planes come and go. The little small planes, and that was my peace. I would sometimes take a book there and just, okay, all right, now I'm ready to go home. It had that moment of just peace, you know. So I think also that, you know, sometimes can help for men just to have that place of peace where, you know, like, hey, you know what?
Too.
I may not get it at home, but I know there's some place that I can get it. I can get that peace at, just so that way I can decompress and be able to deal with going home, to be able to
The
deal with
pastime of
going back to work.
the pastime of a lot of men, not all, but a lot of men, especially the older men, was fishing for a reason.
Mhm.
It's fishing for
Peace.
a reason. It is it is like I remember the first time I went and they shushed me for talking because I didn't know. I was like 10, I'm like 9, 10. So what are we catching? Shh. And they put my bait on
Go
the
on
hook.
away from here, boy.
Right. Show me how to, and I'm thinking, okay, when does the fireworks start? The fish start biting. And now, no, we shut up for an hour. It's just go shut up and just wait.
Ain't not catch not one fish. That remind me of.
And happy.
And they were
Yes.
Happy that they there.
Yep.
Man,
And
that
Just
reminds me
gonna
of that
do it
scene
again
from
tomorrow.
Brokeback Mountain. You went fishing, but we ain't bring back no fish.
Because he wasn't going to bring back no fish. He was going to be silent and quiet
Hey,
and cry by himself.
I don't think
those
he,
that are just turning
yeah,
in.
I don't think he caught what you said, bro.
For those, we're just trying to ask, what does tired look like from a man's vantage point, and what are some of the warning signs that a man is tired? So we've heard being in that driveway, in that bathroom. It seems like a lot of places where a man is just there for periods of time. But now,
You
what
know what?
happens if you don't have any problems at home, but you still need that time? Like, how do you convey that, hey, I just need that time. There's no problems. I just need a time to decompress. Like, how do you either add that to your routine where it's not coming off like there's a problem?
I've heard a couple of different things I wanted to point out. One, I think it's Brene Brown. She points out how when she and her husband come home, if they have very low bandwidth, one will just mention a percentage. It's like, I got 15%.
Mhm.
And so, all right, then I guess I'll pull the 85. Like, go do what you need to do, and like, we'll make it work. But they
A lot
have
of couples, they go. I'm laughing because I know a lot of couples that compete with each other. So if you say 15, I'm gonna say 5.
and so, but no, the whole point of that is sometimes that is the case, but
Mm.
then they know what each other's capacity is,
To
and so
deal
they
with
can
stuff.
adjust expectations, because unmet expectations, the mother of all frustration. And so for me, when I come, I literally have no desire to talk about this long day. And
At
how was
all.
your day? I don't want to go into detail. So when I give the one word answer,
Yep.
it was
That right there.
tough. Well,
That
what
right.
happened? I don't want to talk about it. Well, why don't you want to talk about it?
I reiterate that with so many people because in order for you to talk about it means you have to go back into the day and go through the process.
Yep.
And it's triggering all over again. The ride home, you were able to at least bandage some of these wounds and get to a place where you can at least say the day sucked or I had a terrible day today. But now when we get home, you ask me about it and want me to go back into it. That means I have to go back into it to redistribute all the pain. I don't want to. The day is over. Moving to
We
the
got to
next
talk
one.
I'm
about
trying
it
to save you from
now.
it.
And so,
But
yeah,
you know what?
We're gonna
That's another one though, because another warning sign for a man getting tired is just how he's responding. If he's just giving
yes.
in, just saying,
short
yeah,
tempered,
okay, that's it.
easily agitated.
Okay, that's it, and not giving his opinion, not giving his take on things, and just going with it, and you know you can
Tired.
just there. You know what I mean? That's when he's tired because he doesn't. There's no more. I won't even gonna say fight left. I guess it could be fight, but whatever it is, it takes more energy to go back and forth, or even sometimes give your opinion or your take on things because you know that you may be met with opposition. So it's like, what's the point? Okay, all right, yes, dear. No, you've said you heard it before. Yes, dear.
That
No,
man sounds
dear.
defeated.
He's tired. He's
Yeah.
tired.
Yes.
He's
Nah,
tired.
Where he's just like, okay.
All right.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
one of the things
All right.
I heard you say is that it didn't originate with his partner. It could have been other forces, and it's
Yes.
just that his partner is asking those questions, and he's trying to say without, using words like, "Hey,
I need a
I'm
minute.
I need a minute."
Yes.
This
Time
is
and a
why I
place.
asked what's making him tired, because it's not always home life. Like you said, work, church boards, kids, teenagers specifically. Like there's so many
Traffic.
traffic, like the commute. Oh my gosh. Oof. Like there's so many things that can leave a person drained, tired. Arguing with family members. Family members can make you tired. Um,
Put
being
you to
just
sleep.
actually being physically ill, being sick, all these things can play a role, and to his discomfort doesn't always have to be the home life, but again, sometimes it's often, because I find this happens, is not sometimes it's not the wife or the girlfriend or the home life, it's everything else,
Mhm.
but she will think it's me. What did I
Yes.
do to you? Because
I was
you're
going to ask
Automatically.
that. Like, how do you handle that if she thinks it's her and it has nothing to do with her? And even if you keep saying it's nothing to do with you, it just
that
kind of
because
it
that's
feels
on
like it
us.
makes sense. Yeah.
Because that is on us often. We don't know, either we don't want to, like Daddy said, I don't want to go into this, but or we don't know how to say
Yeah, you got to
all
explain
the
it. You
things.
definitely got to be able to explain it. Definitely got to
Yes,
be.
we
You
have
know,
to.
in precursor, just they say, hey, look, I just want to let you know this has nothing to do with you. This is all me, or this is all them. This has nothing to do with you, and be able to express that. And what I can say is, I can't really say exactly what else to say, but I know what not to say, because I've been in situations even
Yeah. We need to
myself
talk about that.
where I've said like, hey, I need a minute. And because that other person then took it so personal, they turned it on me. Were like, well, you're always running for some stuff. You're always not wanting to talk. Okay, now we're gonna talk about it. Now we about to talk. Now we flipping
I
over.
got to
Hey,
talk about it now. I
okay, we
got
go
to talk
and
about it
and
now.
now as a man, now okay, you know what? Guess what? Now we're gonna talk about it, and it's gonna
No
come out
talking. We gonna
explosive.
yell about it.
We're gonna yell about it. We're gonna flip over tables, couches, all that stuff. So my
Let's
thing
shake
is,
Crash.
this can of Coke soda
yeah,
up.
exactly. Let's open up this can of worms. So the worst
Hmm.
thing that you can do is not the worst thing you can do is personalize it, as well as then put it back on the man to say, well, you do you always do this, or you don't ever deal with
Absolutes
it.
are terrible. Men
Yes,
cannot handle speaking in
not
absolutes.
at all. But so then now
What?
you've opened up this can of worms, so now it's a full-blown argument, because at this point I'm not really talking to get you to understand. I'm yelling, and I'm explosive with, not just with you, but everything else that came with the day. You catching it too now. Everybody's catching it too. So to be able to understand that a man, his silence and him slowing down is so that way he is not explosive, because our explosive, it can come with words, but a lot of times our explosives is physical. A woman's
Yeah.
explosive is definitely with words. They definitely got a way with words, but when a man is explosive, it is definitely it's physical, and we're trying not to do that. So there's so much harm in not letting a man have just a little bit of peace, especially if he's saying, I need a minute, because that in of itself takes a lot for a man to even express that. Hey, I need a minute, because we're always supposed to be, hey, strong. We're supposed to be doing this, that, and the third extra. But when we say that we need a minute, that's us being vulnerable to just say, hey, I'm not 100% right now. But when you cross that line and turn it back on them, you may not know what you're gonna get.
Now, let's be
So
clear. I want to make sure that we're not talking about all men, because there are some men that are physically aggressive with regardless
Oh, for
of
sure.
how they are. We're talking about those men that have taken on the weight of the world, are coming home to try to release it, and may not feel like they've got a moment to release it before having to pick something else up. And as we all heard, the straw that breaks the camel's back, they are trying desperately to try to say, hey, I, I need a moment. I can't take on anything else or I might break.
yeah, I just wanted to introduce a term that I first was exposed to with one of the foremost researchers in romantic relationships, John Gottman. he uses this term flooded. And what if you can imagine a bathtub, when the bathtub is full, you can't put no more in it. You gotta wait for it to go down. So turn the faucet off. Turn the faucet. Just turn it. And so when the water goes down enough, then there's more capacity to be able to. So the term flooded can relate to men or women
Mm-hmm.
who are involved in an interaction where they're just overwhelmed. It's like you've kind of reached your max that you can take in that given moment. And this term is flooded. Hey, I'm flooded. I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't really have capacity. There's not much room in this cup for me to be able to have an intelligent conversation in a way that's constructive and not destructive.
That
Let's let the water go down some. Let's wait until I'm no longer feeling flooded is the term. So if you just Google the term flooded, if you look up like this terminology and you start to put it in your arsenal of words, you can recognize when, okay, now's not probably not the best time for me to engage in a constructive conversation, because right now I've got a lot. I don't even have the words to put on what it is I'm feeling. So let me just push pause, not stop. Going back to the old VCR. I'm not pushing stop. I'm just pushing pause. We'll come back to it. And the best thing to do is to say, can we do this in 30 minutes? Can we do this tonight at 8 p.m. when I'm able to
timeline. Yeah.
self-regulate?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so a lot of times you can
Time frame.
mitigate some of the issues just by saying, hey, now isn't the best time for us to have a constructive conversation. But if we push this to just a little bit later, I'm more than willing to come and have a conversation, a constructive conversation with you in a way that doesn't do more harm than good.
See,
And
that
you give-
comes with practice, though.
give
I mean,
time.
you're talking about men that are like, what about the brother that hasn't gone through all of that, doesn't have that research, that background and education? What can they say, or what can they do in order
Not
to
now,
convey
woman.
that message?
I'm sorry. That's it. I didn't mean.
How do you come up with such eloquent? I mean, just not, and then you
Because he's a
just take it
Gemini.
back.
That's why.
Oh, all right, Jones, you were about to say something.
That's
please
what
say
ends up
something.
coming out. If you don't want that to come
Not
out,
now.
That's what's gonna come out. Yep. Not
I-
now, woman.
I
yes,
was gonna say, and I don't feel like that's the worst thing you can say. Long as you,
it's
like you said,
it's not.
afterwards you say, not now, but when I get off tonight at such and such a time, we can
Wait a
talk, because it
minute.
also allows you to prepare. You've set the time. You know, okay, I got to talk to her in the next 3 hours, so I need to mentally prepare myself for what I might get. She might be
Wait a minute,
receptive.
Keith.
She may not be. She might give me attitude. She may listen. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I got to figure out the words my own self, because this is the problem that a lot of us men have. We don't know how to express feelings. We know how to express anger. We know that one, and we cuss, rant, and rave. But when we're expressing things outside of anger, it's tough for us to find other adjective or emotional words that
And they, Keith, tell them
make
what the
sense to us.
phrase
Or
is.
Keith, because
Keith,
when I use
tell
them
them what the
with people,
phrase
they were
is.
like, "Yes." What'd you say?
Tell them what the phrase is. That when you know a man is fed up at that point in time. We talked about it this week.
No.
Well, there was another word besides
No.
darn it. It was darn it, effer. All right now, darn it, effer.
Yeah, daggone it, woman.
Yeah, daggone it, woman. There you go. Daggone it, woman. Daggone it, woman. And when he put the paper down and he get up, that's it. Now you about to get everything. You about to get everything. Everything. But you know what, man? A woman can do so much good, and your man can be defeated, and you can make him feel like a Superman easy just by, if he says something like this, like, hey, I just need a moment, I just need a minute, I just need a moment. All you really got to do is just say, you know what, I'm here for you. What do you need me to? Is there anything you need me to do? I can cook something for you. I
That
can
might
give
shorten that
you.
moment up.
I can give you some. I can take the kids and I can go to. What is it that you need from me? Or I'm just here for you. That will then in turn make a man just say, you know what? She got my back. I got a partner. I'm not in this by myself. So you know what?
Mhm.
I think I can't. That will give him energy and power to just say, you know what? Yeah, okay, I can't talk about it. You got my bike. I appreciate that, and that then turns pretty much everything that has happened. It makes it. I'm not gonna say it makes it better, but you're able to deal with it more because you're not in it by yourself at that point in time. You know that your partner is willing to make you food, give you some, take the kids somewhere, whatever it may be. So that way you are comfortable and that you have peace. And when a man knows that, all you got to do is just know that he's not in it alone and that his spouse has his back. Then, okay, you know what? No, I don't feel so bad. Yeah, maybe we can talk about this right now. I
Mhm.
appreciate that. I'm going to give 120% because I know that you got my back and that you're going to have my back regardless of what it is. So a lot of times that's what it takes. Just, let a man know that he's not in this alone and you are willing to do whatever it is that needs to be done to make him feel better so that way he can be that head of the household.
I'm gonna just throw this one other word on this that is really important. Sister Girl saying it this way: RESPECT. Respect the fact
Otis
that
Reddings came out with that song first, right?
yes. Okay. Well, we know where it was made famous.
Yes.
I'm just saying
Give her a
to
prop.
respect when someone says, not now, man, woman, boy, girl, respect. If they're not your kid, if they're your kid, then but respect when people, just the fact that you would respect the fact that I said not now makes me want to come and talk to you later. I'm just telling you, like, it's like, okay, wow, thank you for giving me that time. I really needed that moment. I didn't have the words and I just needed a minute. And now I'm able to have a conversation, knowing that I had a request and someone else had the presence of mind to respect it makes me
Mhm.
now want to reciprocate. And there'll
Mhm.
come a time when the man,
Has to do the
if
same
he's a
thing.
good man, he's going to
Mhm.
reciprocate that for you, because there are going
You
to
wanna
be
know what's
days
fire.
when you need that. And he's going to easily be able to do that. As couples, we got to get off these hamster wheel, these dangerous cycles where, you make me sick, your mama type. It's like, nah, just respect. Respect what it is when somebody's like, can we not do this right now? Can we? Can we? But now Sinbad told us.
Let's talk about it
He was a
now.
prophet. He was a prophet. I got to talk about it now.
One day I hope he sees this.
You're gonna have to have a soundbite of
Just
that, man. Oh,
Yeah, we need that on. We need the button on that. I got to
I
talk
got to
about it
talk
now
about it
button.
now.
I've
we can
got to
create
talk
something like that.
about it now.
So we
Mhm.
kind of talked about what is tired. For those who are just joining, we answered the question: what does tired look like from a man's vantage point, and what are some of the warning signs? But let's talk about me time. Is taking me time an issue? And what are some of the right and wrong ways a man can take me time?
Wrong ways.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this to balance out what I said, because I'm an equal opportunity. If your woman is a homemaker and you got small kids, when you walk in that house and she been in there with your crazy kids all day
You take the
long.
kids.
all day
You
long.
take the kids.
I was gonna
I,
say.
I'm just saying
I was gonna
Yep.
she
say.
needs a break as close to immediately
Yeah,
as when
dude,
you
suck
walk
it
in the
up
door.
and take care of your kids. That's what
Yep. Yep.
I'm just trying to tell you.
100%.
And I think that it's important for us to, be mindful of what each other goes through. Because that, if you've never done it, if you don't have a bunch of baby kids and you ain't been home with them all day, like it
no,
will.
people know who their kids are. They know who their kids are. But you need to
Yeah.
go home and take care of your kids.
Yeah. So
Give,
so
give them a
I'm
break.
just saying, everybody's gonna need that. And I think that it's important for everyone to have it. You need me time. I'm gonna just put it this way. When we learn the greatest commandment, love the Lord thy God with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul, all our strength. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor. But the cheat
As you
code
love
is
yourself.
here. As you love yourself. On the airplane, they put it this way. Put your mask on first.
Exactly.
Because you can't help nobody if you dead. You have to take care of yourself. You can't take care of somebody else until you love your neighbor as you love yourself. You have to prioritize your well-being in order to be of use anywhere else.
So if me time isn't bad, when did it become
Because it
what?
sounds good. It sounds real
I
good.
mean, it sounds
Sounds
great,
good.
but I mean, at some point it's been twisted where
Oh,
taking
that's what I'm about
time
to
for
say. It
self
sounds good.
is selfish.
But yes, it's been made to be something selfish. It's been made to be, if you put your mask on, why didn't you put mine on? And you knew that I was dying too.
Mm.
You know
Somebody
I
Hey,
got to
need a
man.
work
break.
on that. Come on.
You know your kid's bad.
Because
It's not
All
society
bad
makes us to
kid.
be out just like machines. It's like we don't need no me time. You don't need no.
True.
You don't need me time. Just do what you're supposed to do, and keep plugging at it. Keep plugging at it. Keep plugging at it. And that's just false. You know, everybody needs me time.
Yeah.
Everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
But is
Look,
me
everybody got.
time like on that car ride home? Is that me time or is me
We
time
make it.
after?
Sometimes.
We make it.
It
We make
can
it
be.
that for. It can
Yes.
be. We'll turn on the radio, stop, get some food, or turn on some music. Stop, get some food. We can make that long way home the scenic route.
So
So
then
it can be.
when are the wrong times to take me time then? I would think that if you come home and you see your spouse is like just having an episode, like the world is on them and you're like, hey,
Bye.
it's my me time.
I'm out.
Come
Yeah.
catch
Yeah.
that's wrong. But are there other times where it's wrong to take, and maybe even how you take me time can be wrong?
I've seen some people fake an episode of
Yeah.
That part. That
or
Uh-huh.
part.
crises
Yeah.
because they didn't want him to take me time, and it
Yeah.
was his day to go and
It ain't
enjoy
so.
himself.
Say it ain't so.
I know. There's some people who become really jealous when their significant others go out without them. There's a lot of women who believe the first thing we do as soon as they walk out the door is called the strippers and the hoes, and we on the phone planning the biggest orgy. When in reality, most of us are. They find out even us black we are nerds. We play. We on the game. We
Playing
reading. We
video
playing music.
games.
We doing stuff. So we calling each other just again on video games.
Just
Like we
checking
doing
in.
things. Yeah, we doing. Well, y'all know the other day when we met out, my wife was out of town. Where we meet up at?
The
The
Bible
Bible
Museum. Yeah, of all places, right?
of
I was
all
like, what?
places. The
But y'all didn't go to the strip
debauchery.
club? Y'all didn't go to
Yeah.
the strip club?
No, we went to the Bible Museum. No.
It just so happened Danny was already there. We would try to beat us off. Like, let's go over there. And so again, naturally, but it wasn't.
I
It
probably would have
wasn't
never
a thing.
gone.
When we're out just trying to do something crazy and stupid. No, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. 20 years ago when
Still
we
wouldn't
were
have gone.
younger and still trying to find our way.
But
Hey, why are you trying to get that
know,
out there? At hold on, let me show this because this is just say at Dreas 10 said, just say I love you and give me some breathing room as one of the options in order to kind of get some me time.
for sure. I would definitely say that one thing when it comes to saying that you need not just me time, but what's the phrase? Just what was the phrase you just used that in the question? Not about just giving me time, but just work. What was it? Working on well, what I'll say is how that phrase can be weaponized is when people then start to use that me time as I just need to work on me. Because a lot of times you not working on you. You working on you with
Hmm.
somebody else.
You know
Let's
me,
just be
trying to
real.
watch a
Let,
movie. You
let,
ain't
let,
you
let's
you
no,
ain't
let's
doing nothing
just no,
constructive.
let's keep it real. A lot of times when people just say I just need to work on me, they not working on them. They working on them with somebody else.
Mm,
Real
mm,
talk.
Oh,
So a lot of times
uh,
when we're
mm.
talking about just like
Steve hit us with the real talk.
a lot of times when we're
Where's the
just saying
ooh
we need
wee?
to when we're talking about working on me, it's like, hey, you got to come. Then what's your plan? What does that mean to you? Then what does it mean to work on you? What does that look like? Because a lot of times people just use that and weaponize it as an excuse to then do what it is that they want to do, and then still just say, oh, I can't make no decision, I can't do this, I can't do that. My
Yeah.
thing is, if these are things that we're going to do to be productive for ourselves, don't weaponize it. And a lot of times I talk to couples about certain strategies and things that they can do. A lot of times people do weaponize these good strategies that we can use. So one thing
Absolutely.
Hmm.
about that, just don't weaponize it, because then it loses its value. If you keep on saying, "Oh, I'm just working on me. I'm just working on me," and we know you're not working on you, and you doing other things, and we can see that you're not working on you, then working on you now has little meaning. It means nothing at this point in time.
Any tool, any tool will
Yep,
be
Hmm.
loses
weaponized,
its value.
and it
Okay,
loses
so
its value.
y'all mentioned that. So can we get two examples of tools that
Silent
have been
treatment.
I was
weaponized?
just Danny jumped on it. Silent treatment.
Hmm.
Silent treatment
Okay,
is
so
is,
we
is
gotta
the
say what
prime
was
favorite of
silent
many.
treatment originally for, and then how was it weaponized?
To not kill.
I mean, we live today, so how
Yeah.
how was silent treatment originally supposed to be used, and then how was it weaponized?
Just a timeout. Taking a
Sometimes you have to
timeout.
use the yes.
Yeah.
It's I was gonna say taking the
You,
time out, or you
time out.
use a method to sometimes control the situation. If things are getting
Yeah.
heated, getting becoming too much, you or until you change your tone or talk to me better, I'm not speaking to you until you fix this.
Yep. Yep.
Like that's one thing. But then when it becomes I'm not talking to you because I just don't want to, or just to punish you, you
Yes.
I'm gonna
If
leave you guessing.
if it's something that's punitive,
Punitive. Yep.
if you're
That's
literally trying to cause pain
punitive.
because you mad that they didn't do what you wanted them to do, it's wrong.
It is
Very
wrong.
wrong.
And you going let me leave that alone. But
You know
No,
what?
don't say that.
But sometimes
Even using it in the terms of, hey, if we have a particular thing of like, hey, if we know that things are getting too hot and heated, and we have like a certain catchphrase or word phrase to just say, hey, you know what? We as a couple need to take a time out. Like maybe it's pineapple. We use that pineapple. I've seen people weaponize that to where it's like, hey, you know what? I don't like what's being said, so I'm gonna use the word pineapple. I'm gonna get out everything I need to say, but then I'm gonna say pineapple. I'm like, oh, but nope, we weren't. We were supposed to not do nothing. We were supposed to not say nothing. I didn't say pineapple, and you're weaponizing it to the point to where you're making it work for you instead of making it work for us.
I'm
So
laughing
a lot
because
of
those
yeah.
people who
yeah, for
they
all
get
day,
theirs out.
all day they get theirs out and
Theirs
then
out.
say pineapple.
Hmm.
Huh? No, that's
Pineapple.
not fair.
No, you
No,
can't
that's
say
not
Hmm.
that
fair.
else.
Nope, that's not fair. That's not. We can't do that.
No.
You can't
No,
do
no,
that.
no. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't weaponize these tools. So sometimes, again, sometimes you do need space from each other to calm down, to cool down, to be able to better regulate, to process your thoughts and feelings separately from one another so you can come back and talk. But then separation, some people weaponize that. Some people,
Hmm.
well, since out of sight, out of mind, I'm gonna go stay over here and while completely out.
Jesus
Since we
Christ,
separated, I guess that means I could do whatever I want, and that's not the goal. Most time, that is not the goal of separation. It's to rework yourself back
to
into
work
the
on.
space
I
that you
Oh,
need
say
to
you're
you
work
asking
want to
for a
be.
on
hall
me.
pass.
I'm gonna work on me.
You're right.
I think the key word is balance. Having a balanced approach, because it's give and take. That's the beauty of relationships, and it's no such thing as 50-50 in my book. It's 100 and 100. You bring what you can, you bring what you we I bring what I can, and we will do the best with what it is that we have. But there needs to be a balance. There has to be a balance where sometimes he's going to need a break, sometimes she's going to need a break, sometimes it'll seem unbalanced, but a person just going through a lot, if somebody's just experienced a lot of loss, due to like a death in the family or a close friend or a job loss, they might need a little bit more time, a little bit more often in that season. And so, for men who experience a lot, men who usually are more emotionally constipated than their female counterparts, yes, he may seem disproportionately to need some space. But why is that? Let's get to the root instead of being mad at the fruit
Exactly.
and
Yep.
and upset that we aren't able to talk about it now.
I love it. I love it.
Interesting. So, what is another? So, we've heard of silent treatment, how it was originally supposed to be. I just need a break for a moment or for a set period of time, then weaponized to I'm just not talking to you just because I don't like what you.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like something that you did that I wouldn't have done that way or whatever. What is another like a well known? It was supposed to be meant for good, but it got twisted. It can get twisted for evil.
Everything can be twisted for evil.
I know everything, but we sitting here, we going live. We trying to give guys something to see, and also
Yeah.
women something
Yep.
to understand from the guys.
You sure can.
So it's got to
Surely
be.
can.
So what else is? I'm not asking for everything. We're not giving all the secrets, but we giving something. Huh. So we just gonna stay with the silent treatment today. Okay,
No,
that's
you know
good.
what? Even sometimes just walking away can be weaponized. Where if it's a certain way. If we're saying that sometimes we need to take a break, and let's just say we're supposed
That's
to
it.
be able to get to know the other person, what their buttons are, what their triggers are, and what they may be. If we just walk away from a person and we know that that person may have abandonment issues, and we don't express like, hey, I'm not walking away to run away from the situation, but I'm walking away so that way we do not make this go any further than it needs to go. I'm willing to come back. I want to come back, but right
Mhm.
now it's just not
We
the
don't
right
start with
time.
that though.
No, we don't. We just
That's
walk
what we
away.
We
should do.
don't.
But
And
sometimes we can
we
do it
need
on
to.
Let's
purpose
say that
because we know
sounds
it's
like
going to hurt that person. For sure. This is definitely real life
Sure.
experience. Oh yeah. But
I'm saying that,
again,
but in when it's
But
happening,
as
how
men
do
who
you think that way?
understand love through the lens of respect, when
you got to
someone
do
does
that.
that,
Yep.
when that happens, we ready to kill, because that, for a lot of us, that's the most disrespectful thing. Like, to be, like you said, to be ignored, or if you have abandonment issues, or just to be ignored as a man. We feel, as black men especially, we a lot of times we feel we get ignored anyway. We're not
Yep.
listened to at home. Sometimes we don't feel. We're not taken seriously in media. Most times not taken seriously on the job, depending on what you do. Like, we live in a space that when we are actually trying to be serious, that's why a lot of us just stop.
Yep.
We are the comic relief
Yep.
sometimes, because when we actually try to present as serious, a lot of us felt like we're not taken seriously. And then it scares people. We become the angry black man because we're passionate about something, and we don't want to be that. So we just retreat and stop trying to do anything. Some of us, but explaining that, like, I want to tell you about my day, but it was that stressful, and when you talk to me like that, it makes me not want to talk to you. So I'm
That
walking
part.
away so we can calm down, and I'll come back when you're ready and I'm ready. These are things that have to be learned, because otherwise we do what we've been doing since we've been born. We go off of our feelings. If you tell me shut up, I'm telling you to shut up. And
That's
what?
Yeah.
it may be a little bit more with that.
Oh no, it's
Oh,
gonna be more, because
yeah.
it's gonna be more.
You shut the up. Your
Yeah.
mama.
That
You're
might
right.
be the
That's what
best
your
case
mama. You tell
scenario
your
because
mama
now
shut
we
up.
now we flipping
now
tables. So
people are flipping tables. They flipping people. You know, they
yes, boy.
unaliving families.
Oh
No,
no,
I was gonna
right.
say we going to get the knives and the pans and the bats and guns now, and for
Yeah.
what? When all of this, I had a
Fans and
bad day and I
bats.
needed a minute. I wish you understood that I need a minute. I'll tell you. Sometimes, even myself, I've told my wife, check on me in the middle of the day. If you come to me at night, try to and want me to go through everything, I can't. You get to go. I had to learn for myself. I got checkpoints in the middle of the day where if you're gonna catch me, it's best to catch me in the middle of the day. And that's what me learning about me. This ain't me talking at 9, 10, 11 at night about my whole day, because to recap the whole day,
Impossible.
I'm in disbelief. All this crap has happened sometimes. Like, man, and then this happened. The car blew up, and then I had to pull a kidney out and save a life and fly down to Africa and go save a
They
village.
got time for all of that. They got time for all of that.
Catch me.
Trying to go to bed.
None
So
of
you
that.
can start the next day.
Boy, I just want this day to be over.
But key words that Keith said is I had to learn. And so men, I just want to encourage us as men to learn how. Self-awareness, number one, learn how to recognize when, you know what, I probably need a minute. You know what, I need to let her know that now's not the best time. You know what, I need to let her know that we're going to come back to this a little bit later, because that's a skill that we have to practice. If we're not practicing it, we're not getting better at it. Anything we're not getting better at, we're getting worse at. And so let's normalize learning how to communicate when you need a minute, when you need a timeout, when we need to come back to it. And as best as we can, wrap all of those things into one, so that when people have abandonment issues, our partners have abandonment issues, you're able to mitigate a lot of what would transpire without people knowing that, hey, it's not you. I just need a minute. Let's come back at 8 p.m. tonight. Let's normalize learning how, because nobody taught us. Let's acknowledge they didn't teach us this.
No,
You learn them on
did
the fly.
not. Did not.
Learning
Still,
from each
still
other.
learn. Still learn.
Still
Yeah.
learning. Yep.
Still learning.
And you know what? Not weaponizing a man's vulnerability or his emotions, because if you want a man to speak, or you want a man to talk, and then when he does, because I've seen this happen in couple counseling where the man is expressing himself and he's maybe a little bit emotional about the situation or what's happening, but he's expressing himself. He's vulnerable at this moment. But then when he does this, well, you acting like a female. Why are you so emotional? It's just like, wow, you want this man to talk and you want him to do this, and now you're
She called him a little.
Don't sanitize it, Steve. Don't sanitize.
Man, I've had more than one.
Acting like a little.
That part. That part. I've not countless. I've had multiple couples where the wife will question the man's sexuality just because he's expressing himself in a way that is wordy. And it's like, well,
That's
you want us to talk, but when we do talk, now I'm being told that I'm gay probably because I'm talking too much. Okay, what do you want me to do? Beat you? Like what is it that you want me to do now at this point? So
real
again,
men don't talk this much.
Okay. Okay. So so then what the other man would do would probably go upside your head. Now I'm a wife beater. I can't win for losing. So my thing is, don't weaponize when a man is talking and he's expressing himself and he is being vulnerable at this point, because especially black men, we're told, hey, just deal with it, shut up, keep on moving. You don't talk, you don't express, you don't cry. But then when we do express, when we are being human, it's used against us.
Less than
good luck on him good luck on him ever talking to you again that way.
Yeah. That's it. He done. I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's it. I learned my lesson. I learned. I can't talk to this one.
Yep.
All right.
Me trying to keep it 100 is gonna come back to bite me in the butt. So why do it? Why try?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you got to still try.
I'm just telling you how we roll. I'm not saying we don't have to try.
I'm not saying we. Yeah, hold on, because
I'm just keeping it 100.
Because if I know that if I'm casting my pearl among swine,
Jesus,
and I keep coming back, right? Listen, if I'm coming to somebody who's not careful, because that's the expectation of me, that I'm gonna be careful with their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions.
Oh yeah.
If I'm coming back to you and you treat mine like a punter, you catch it and you kick it across the field every time I throw it to you. I'm not gonna keep throwing it to you.
Yeah, yep.
You got one time to kick mine.
Just one time. That's it. I learned my lesson. Oh,
and so
okay.
Understand when we say one time, it's not a literal one time. What happens is that a man will start doing less.
Yep.
he will
Yep.
start giving you less and less to the point where there isn't anything that's being given. Because it's like, if I can't trust you with this much, then I'm gonna try to give you a little. And if you can't trust you with a little, then it's gonna be a little less, and then a little less, and then to the point where it's zero. So it's
No.
not that when we say one time, it's not like you get one time and that's it. Like, no, we mentally remember that. It's like a memory mile marker that I came to you in my vulnerability, and during my vulnerable moment, you were like,
Yep.
you ain't no man for
No, we're
being
not.
vulnerable.
No man is a man. I've talked to a lot of women now, and anything and everything we do is gay. You sneezed wrong. That's gay.
Man,
That
I'm
is crazy.
telling
Your-
We
you.
got
You
to
see-
change these
That
terms.
smirk on your
Um,
face, it's
Wait,
gay.
wait.
Telling
You
you.
sneeze like a
sniffing.
little.
Nah,
That
come
point.
on, man.
That point.
You,
All
you
right,
sneeze.
fellas,
You.
let's try to end. Let's try to end today on a positive note, a note of encouragement.
You sound like
You
a
ain't got
little.
any parting words or final thoughts, huh? Would you say I sound like?
That
Don't worry. AI will catch it. Give some parting words and thoughts. I'll read the transcripts.
Hmm.
man, just
I'm glad you get to read the transcripts, Brian.
Yes, thanks to this new platform, which will not get a name until they start paying us. We ain't giving no more free press.
no, that's
Matter
right.
of fact, I'm gonna cover this burgundy can as I drink it. I don't know what this is.
Okay.
All right. So, in all seriousness, any final thoughts, any parting words? It was a good night, man. I'm glad I stayed up. Oh goodness, it's almost 10:30.
Say, don't look at the time. Don't look at the time. You know
It's too
past your-
late. I did.
It's
past your
past your bedtime.
bedtime.
You know.
It is way past my bedtime.
So
Our-
parting words, I'd say for me is let's understand we don't have to talk about it now, and it's okay to call timeout. In just about every sport, you have the ability to call a timeout. Why is that? Because we want people to be alive in order to talk about it later.
Yeah, you want to be able to collect your thoughts. All right. Anyone else? Come on. So I can play that new jingle going out.
I just say, just be kind to your significant other. If you don't have the ability to, if out of all the people on earth, if you could just focus and pay attention to what this person is doing, saying, or feeling, and so that you can respond appropriately, just do it for your spouse. Because once a person starts feeling like you're not just taking them for granted, but that you don't care, you don't have them their the best intentions, or you're just thinking about yourself, they're gonna check out. They gonna seek that just me time all the time, or they're gonna seek out me time with somebody else. And that's just what it is. They're going to be a reflection of your selfishness.
It's true.
That's deep. I know you're not the comic relief. I'm gonna stop it.
No. I'm thinking because I was how to phrase this. As I said, it's our duty to ourselves and to God and ourselves first to learn ourselves first. We cannot communicate what we don't understand, so we cannot expect them to understand something that we don't know. So we don't always understand how we feel, and sometimes that's all we have. But at least get to that space where you say, I got a lot going on and I don't understand everything that I'm processing right now. So if I'm not myself, it's not you. I'm just trying to ... whatever it is you're trying to do. But we have to get in the habit of learning to self-regulate instead of blowing up. We use that as deflection. We use that as the tool since we were kids to get through, or the bypass to learning our own emotions. The explosion gets us in trouble, and that trouble gets us isolated, and we never have to learn how to process the emotion. Because when we get to adulthood, it's the rules and we can stay the same, but if we want to change and be able to process successfully, learn yourselves so we can communicate. better. That's it.
Well, gotta do this last housekeeping thing. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And even we have a Facebook page. If you just look for The Iron Table, if you don't see one of our 4 faces, you've gone to the wrong place. Don't go there. Find us. That's what we're asking you to do. So make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Well, this has been fun. This has been real. This is off the script. I didn't know what they were going to say. They didn't know what I was going to ask. But that's what we do at the Iron Table. Where iron sharpens iron, so should men sharpen men. Well, it's now time to play that closing jingle, which you paid money for. Yeah. All right, fellas.
Wow,
Let's do it.
wow.
We serve it straight. Welcome to the